Really good.
Good.
How you doing?
Amazing.
Excellent.
Amazing. I see that Brandon Booth figured out how to use his phone. Now, you realize you're on mute, Brandon, and your wife's not there to unmute you.
I got it, Toby.
I'm she learning. Showed him how. He's a quick study, ladies and gentlemen. He's a quick study. Here we go. Damn, I think we have a transformation of mental attitude here.
Technological mental attitude.
That's right. Mythological. I like that word. For him, that's probably more fitting than anything else.
The donkey that learned to pull a trailer.
That's right. That's right.
Brandon, you got it. What's different about this one?
I've been able to log into this one. This one hasn't been a problem for me. It's the other one.
Interesting.
It's the same link.
The other one sends me to some crazy stuff, though. Like, it wants me to download. I don't know. We'll figure it out next week. But the other one does some weird stuff for me. Like, this one goes right into the meeting. I just click join. It goes right in. The other one, I have to register, and then it goes into, like, I can't even remember what the name of that thing is, but it tries to make me download an app and all kinds of crazy stuff.
What kind of phone you got?
An Android. I'm not sure.
Oh, there's your problem, buddy.
There's your problem.
There's your problem.
Come on, bro.
He still has a flip phone from 1990.
Now we're going into politics.
Hey, Apple's the only way to go, bro.
Yeah, if you want all your stuff hacked.
Oh my gosh. You and your buddy Curran. Curran won't download ChatGPT because he thinks somebody's going to steal his shit. And I said, what shit do you have to steal, bro?
So there's a funny story behind that one, Toby. I go to his house quite often. Hell, we're best friends. So I go over there and play chess, and we were talking about ChatGPT, and he's like, do you got it? I was like, yeah, but I was only allowed to ask 3 questions a day until I learned that Brittany paid for the thing, so I could ask him many questions. I just logged in with hers. He's like, man, I just didn't want to pay for it the whole time. Shelly's already paid for hers. I could just use her login information. So he's got it now.
Yeah. Well,
he just didn't want to pay for it.
After our hour talk last night, hour and a half talk last night, I think he understands that he really doesn't have anything that the government needs or wants. So he doesn't have to worry about them hacking his shit.
Did you talk him into this? I've been trying to talk him into it.
Oh, I think we're there.
That's good. That's good. I've been trying real hard to talk to him.
Yeah. All right. Waiting for Renee.
I'll text her.
Who else waiting on, Randall? Hey, while
this is everybody. Once Renee's here, everybody's here.
Okay. While we're waiting, let's talk about the deal you submitted last night. 453 Olive Drive. And I'm going to share my screen real quick, buddy. So everybody see my screen here?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 things. One is I'm going to share this first. So Tate ran this through the AI, and here's what it came up with. It said that the ARV should be around 272, maximum allowable offer 114. Tate was looking at offering 120, had a couple of flags, nothing major. But then I jumped on it to look at the property. There's Renee. I jumped on it real quick this morning. I didn't have time last night. I apologize, but I jumped on it this morning. So, Tate, here's coaching number 1. Okay, and this is for everybody. So here's a property that I'm going to look at the photos first and foremost. Real cute outside, nice metal roof. Looks like a nice porch in the front. Pretty good sidewalk. So pretty clean. Grass is real clean. Backyard, big size backyard, good fence. Then I get into interior, really nice hardwood floor, paint. kind of cheap countertops, but nothing, those are those Home Depot style, looks like, I can't hardly tell. But I go through the whole thing. So I go through the whole house, and on the surface, the house is really clean. House is really, 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 really clean. Okay. So then that's a flag number one for me. Then I look at, well, if it's worth 270, give or take, and they have it listed at 130, and they've dropped it 35,000, so they had it at 165, and it's been on the market for 110 days. I'm missing something. So this house is clean. I mean, you could buy it and rent it today. And there's no rehab needed. You could upgrade it, but why? But the biggest concern I have is, why aren't they able to sell it? And then I go and say, okay, well, how long have they had it listed? So here's my price history. It's been listed since July at 189, all the way down to 130 today. They've dropped it $59,000 in 60 days, and they still can't get it. They still can't get a buyer on it. So this is where we have to figure out what's going on. So then the next thing I want to do is I want to look at the neighborhood and see the neighborhood, just at first glance, is $150,000 to $200,000 neighborhood. I got a 181, a 168, a 141, a 194, a 173, a 127, 134. 170. Now, these are all estimates. Do not get me wrong. These are just Zillow estimates of the neighborhood, but they're pretty accurate. They'll tell you what the average price valuation of the neighborhood, and I don't see any houses 207, 231, 204, 170. This is a $200,000 neighborhood all day long. $150,000 to $200,000 neighborhood. So, that's what I see in the first 7 minutes I looked at the property, Tate. Now, you tell me what you saw and why you felt like this was a deal to go after.
I think it's like a unique property in the fact that it's like huge. Mm-hmm. And to your point, I'm just wondering why it hasn't moved, because of the layout, and then maybe if it got like some sort of renovation to make somebody bite on a $200,000 neighborhood. But I'm just kind of willing to explore that. And then as you just provided your feedback, I wanted that to kind of, hey, am I looking at this right? Like, what are you guys seeing that I'm missing? So I just wanted to get that feedback, and then me and the agent can go walk it and kind of see, like, why did it drop, significantly in the last couple of months. And no one's picked it up.
And still no one's grabbed it instantly. That's the, we know that we as real estate investors, seasoned real estate investors, know that the market is thin, that the market is tight. And when you have a viable deal, it is gobbled up in seconds. When a property sits out there for a period of time, and I'm saying 45 days or longer, then there's a problem. It's usually overpriced, or it just is a really, really bad property that needs a lot of work, and people, and they just, by the time they put all the work into it, it's just not worth it. This property does not tell me anything. Now, you may have to go walk it. There may be foundation issues. There may be severe foundation issues, right, and it's a slab. And the minute you go into, so one of the things that we talked about with Brandon on his property in Anna, I'll do foundation work on a pier and beam house all day long, because you're not going to bust pipes, you're not going to break sewer lines, but on a monolithic slab, a concrete slab, you have a high probability of busting pipes. When you start moving that and it's shifting, depending upon the pinch, where the sewer lines are, the water lines are, you have a high probability of separating the sewer lines or pinching the water lines, and that causes problems. Now, not every time, but you have, depending upon how that piping is laid out, and you start lifting and putting a pinch on stuff, that's what happens. And when you have concrete, 6 inches of concrete above it, you don't know it until it's too late. On a pier and beam house, you just crawl underneath there and make sure everything's still in place, or patch it and go on. So my first thought is something's wrong that we're not seeing on the surface. And this is where a potential drive-by needs to happen, or a visit first and foremost. And then a $90,000 offer may be a good offer on it. They're desperate. They've already dropped it $59,000. I doubt they're going to drop it another $40,000, but you can get them to talking. It might be one that, and I know you want to do multifamily, but it would be one that might be potentially good for a rental property because it's already stabilized.
Okay.
Just food for thought. First rattle out of the bag.
Yep. Thank you for the feedback. That's what I was looking for.
Now, on the other one, 1105 Florida Avenue, that looks like that property is listed as a rental only, not for sale.
Must have missed that.
That's 1105 Florida Avenue.
Gotcha.
Hold on, let me go back to. So yeah, you were looking at offering around one. I'm going back to Olive Drive, the first one. I had the wrong one pulled up when I gave you that. So offer 120. I think if you got this around the 115 to 120 mark, it's got meat on the bones. But I want you, before we do anything, I want you to walk the property to see what we're missing.
Okay.
At 30,000 feet.
Okay.
Because if the neighborhood's even at if the neighborhood's even a $200,000 neighborhood, and the property is a 2,800 square foot house, which is what I think it was.
Yeah, it's fairly large.
Yeah, 2,800. That's $46 a foot right now. Even in Louisiana, that's low. So we've got to be missing something, or you got a golden nugget that nobody has dusted off yet. I don't think that, because there's too many investors out there scrambling for every deal they can find. But we just need to get more educated, because it's like that too good to be true fear factor.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And I've requested comps from the agent, so hopefully I'll get those today.
Okay. And then 107 Heritage. Let me pull that one up real quick. And then we're going to jump on Renee's next. Now that she's on there. All right. So 107 Heritage Circle, Slidell. We've got listed at 149.9. We've got an ARV of 200, 11 photos. Let me look at them. So I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm sorry. All right. So I don't know what's going on here. Is that I don't know what that is.
No, that's the front door. So there's a YouTube.
This is the living room? What is this? Oh, that's the front door there.
Correct.
Stepping down. Okay.
Yep.
Going down the hallway. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Then I guess that's just a coat closet, or is that going to the garage?
It should be going to the garage.
Okay. And then let's open these up a little bit. So new construction, or what? Tell me about this house.
So the video that he posted, he's in the process of doing upgrades and put it on the market. So as you can see, it needs flooring, and the kitchen looks like he's updated the cabinets, appliances. So it probably needs flooring. The bedrooms looks like he's already done like the majority of paint and upgrades to like doors, hardware, things of that nature. So that's a lot of that's been completed. I think the only thing that's really kind of needs at this point is to finish it off. So you got some painting and flooring to do, and I love the fact that it's brick and a metal roof. So
is that common that you guys have metal roofs in Louisiana? Is that because of all the hurricanes and the hailstorms?
Not common, but you definitely are starting to see a lot more with the hailstorms and whatnot. Absolutely.
Okay. So so on the rehab, you estimated I don't see that you put a rehab amount in there, bud. Rehab,
Okay.
45,000. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I couldn't find it.
Okay.
It's early this morning. All right, so 45,000. I know that, so that bathroom needs to be updated. Countertop, I don't know I think that may be tile back there, but of course, got the curtain closed. Don't know if they tiled that or not. All right, so let's look at the neighborhood. So $200,000 neighborhood, 250 neighborhood. It's saying a 205. So I like this one. I like that valuation really good. 225, 192, 246, 180, 199, 203, 200, 228. So I agree with that assessment. Your margins are thin at the 135. Let me do something here real quick. See if my other analyst will work.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious as how motivated he is to let it go, even though he's done some renovations to it at this
Right,
point.
he
So.
may be fed up and tired and exhausted, which is a positive for us.
Right.
Let's see here if this thing will work today. All right, Nick. Lot side is being a horse's butt. I don't know what's going on with lot side. I don't know. Let me change browsers.
Could be it.
Yeah. This was Heritage, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're at about a $200,000 value. So let's just say we can get this one for I'm gonna say 130. Maybe. We figured you said 45? Yeah, 45 on the rehab. I'm gonna say 6 months just for shits and grins. Yeah, you'll lose your ass. At 130 purchase, 45 rehab, holding it for 6 months, we lose $7,000 once all said and done, carrying costs and all that. So to buy this thing right, we need to be about 120. 120 breaks us even.
Okay.
So pretty thin. Now, well, and that's, so let me bump that to 200 ARV. I was at a 190. So at a $200,000 ARV, which is conservative, we'll make a little bit of money, but that's buying it at 120, 45,000 in rehab. Those numbers are really, really, really thin. I think you have enough deals on the pipe right now that would be one that I would not. I mean, you can make an offer. You'll never get in trouble for making an offer. If the guy bites, but I wouldn't pay a dime over 118.
Okay.
And then from there, we got to get in, get it done, get it on the market at 210, 250, 210, 215, and not get anything less than 200. Because you got carrying costs and selling costs, you've got 20 grand in it. So that eats it up fast. So it's a really thin deal with all the deals in your pipeline. Should be fine. So I'm going to share my screen one more time. Here is a current pipeline. And then Renee, are you ready to go over some deals in just a second?
Yeah, I'm available.
Okay. All right. So right now we have Latate, Ankit, Brandon, Renee, Sandra, and here's all the deals that have been submitted by each person. Brandon is killing it, and we've got a couple of deals that we're working on. Latate, you've got several, but we keep a running record of everything. So I'm going to go through real quick, Latate. I want you to tell me where you're at with each property. Okay, so 1609 Whitewood, where are you?
I spoke to the wholesaler yesterday. I think we're going to end up letting that one go. Per yesterday's conversation with you, you know, he's not willing to kind of let us get in there, do an inspection with the GC. So I'm kind of good with just letting that go, because after talking to you with the scope of work as far as like the rehab, I don't think that if we do everything, we'll be above the ARV. So I'm comfortable with that, and I'll continue to beat the bushes to get other deals in the pipeline.
Okay, 3318 Canes.
Just submitted that one last night. I don't think you guys are taking a look at that. Just kind of waiting for feedback on that one to see if like you guys are on board with the offer. And then I'm requested comps from the agent on that one as well.
Okay, so I pulled that one up. You're right. You sent it in last night. We've got they've got it listed at 224.9. Yeah, this is the one that Nick brought in to me last night. Only way you're gonna be able to make now this one, it says pursue with confidence at a 150 offer price. You've got 70,000 in rehab, puts you at 220 with an ARV of 300. So you're going to have to get real aggressive on the offer price. You were going to offer. You could go up to you could go up to 160 max, but I would start around that 150 mark and see if they'll talk to you. As long as we stay below 160 and $70,000 on rehab, you're a pursue with high confidence.
Okay.
Okay, I'll forward this one to you here in a minute.
Okay.
13734 Lourdes Street.
That one's a dead deal. Apparently, it was another offer on the table. So that one's done.
Okay. 413 Norton.
Norton, we had a GC in there yesterday, got another GC going out there today. So I'll be able to provide you with the two quotes to kind of see if we can hit that 40,000 rehab cost. And per our conversation, I let the GC yesterday know that. And then the agent that I'm working with, she kind of knows some people, and she understands that the guy that's taking a look at it today will probably be able to meet that $40,000 renovation budget. So yeah, so hopefully by tomorrow or Thursday, I'll have some definitive costs for you on that one.
Okay. 1820 Kings Row.
You killed that one.
Yep.
That's Rosemary. They came back at they dropped it by $9,000. There's another investor that's taking a shot at this, but I wanted to counter back at 235 because I know the max is like 248 or something like that.
Yep.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to play ball, but we're holding off on that right now. She's gonna take a look. She's going out there today with another investor to kind of see like what's going on and where the seller's at. So her and I will talk later about that one.
Shalimar.
I just submitted that one to you to take a look at. So just waiting for feedback on that one.
Okay. Woodland, we talked about. Dorset.
Dorset, no feedback from the bank on the bank from that one.
Oh, that was the short sale? Okay.
Yes,
right.
yep. So that's going to take a little while.
Yeah. Aloe Avenue.
That one, that was the multifamily. The that one's dead.
Okay.
And then that multifamily. So both of those, yep.
Perfect. All right. Mr. Booth, where'd you go? There you are. Are you on top of the roof?
Yes, sir, I am.
Don't fall off. All right, Wembley Downs, where are we at?
Oh shit, Toby, I gotta go to my emails and look at that stuff.
All right, then I'll come back to you. You and I-
Everything,
yeah.
everything that we have going right now has been offered, and we've made some really low offers on a bunch of stuff. But the only thing I really got going right now is that 911 West Series. So
Okay. All right. All right. And Renee. Now Renee, Nick, how come we only have a couple deals in here on Renee?
Yeah, I mean, I
She
could
submitted a
check into it.
bunch. Yeah.
Has she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's on my to-do list today to make it all.
Okay.
all right.
Get them all cleared up. Okay. Let me go through here real quick, Renee, and find your deals. All right, so now let's talk about 2958 Semis Street. So am I saying that right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you offered 165, is that right?
That
they-
is one that my mom was talking to someone on that I submitted the deal for.
Yeah.
So she actually has the majority of the information unless I go back to my email.
So it looks like you said that they accepted the offer. Is that correct? At 165.
They're the ones that wanted a proof of funds.
Yep. Yep. And I sent that to you.
That one is within driving distance for us. It's 74 miles.
So
Well, this one is within driving distance, but I'm really thinking we need to let this one go because it's way on the other side of Atlanta.
over there by Highway 29.
And it's not like it's a lot of miles. This is a complete gut inside. And I really feel like this one is too big of a task for us to take on for our first.
Yep. And this is where I think I went back to Renee and said, are you solid on the $45,000 rehab? Because it says it's a complete gut out. The outside was solid, but it's a complete gut out internally.
Right. And we were trying to get a GC over there to look at it and give us an estimate.
I told the guy that I was talking to that I thought it would be no less than a $60,000 rehab, but I was not able to find a contractor over there to go take a look at it to give us a quote on that. So with all those negatives put together, I really kind of think it's something I want to not pursue.
Okay. All right. We'll jump to the next one then. 523 North Oakley. We got a pursue with high confidence on the offer at 135. Did we make that offer?
I did make that offer. However, after you and I spoke yesterday about distance and me being able to be there as boots on the ground, that is a 3-hour drive from me.
Okay. All right. So that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it is.
If you could get the price, because it's a $320,000 ARV, they're asking 162. There's no interior photos, so I assume it's a full gut. And you put in now, here's where I think the problem is. Now, let me ask you this, Renee, where did you come up with the $27,000 rehab on this property?
Let's see. I'm looking at my notes. I've got written down rehab 27 to 45,000. So I went with 35 right in the middle. That was
Where did you come up with that number?
I used your AI and I had pictures of the property.
Okay, because I don't have any pictures of the inside. I only have the street view picture.
There should have been pictures uploaded with that.
I'll make a note.
Yeah, they are. There are. I got a few, yeah.
See.
And I was going off of what was online. So
Yeah,
Shao.
so the inside of this house looks fantastic. You've got hardwood floors, you've got an open floor concept, you've got the bathroom. Bathroom 1 is very well designed. Bathroom 2's got some old tile, but it looks nice. I
Yeah,
think,
I would think the bathrooms need to be completely redone because they got the little 4-inch tile, yellow 70s tile in the bathroom.
right.
Um,
But all the comps for that property were anywhere from 312 to 355.
yeah, no, it's a good $320,000 ARV. So, but you're saying it's 3 hours there and then 3 hours back?
Yes, it's in Columbus, Georgia.
Okay.
So
That's
unless
good.
I had somebody that could be on scene there, which I have family that lives there,
Yeah.
but I
How
can't.
much do you like them?
I love them.
Well, there you go. Okay. That's if you could get that one at 135, here's the other deal. Just spitballing. If you could get that at 135, you might be able to wholesale it at 150, 160 and make $10,000, $15,000.
Right.
So I don't know. It's your call.
It's already being wholesaled.
Oh, it's already being wholesaled.
Yes.
Oh, so we don't want to, then they're struggling as it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell you what, it's got terrible marketing. Terrible marketing. I'll tell you that much.
But it's got a great ARV on it.
I think it's got a lot of legs. I really do. Let me see what this. Yeah, there's just no photos online. How did you walk the property? How did you get the interior photos?
They sent it to me, and
Gotcha.
I was only able to upload 6 of the photos to you because that's all your deal thing allows. And I had tons of photos.
Yeah, they just no photos online. It's amazing. Okay. I don't know. Let me ponder upon that one just a little bit, Renee, because I think it's got some legs at the 135 price. I think you're probably closer back to that $50,000 rehab just to do it right and to make sure you cross T's and dot I's. But even if you're in it, let's just say you bought it for 150, you put 50 in it. So you're in it for 200 plus carrying costs, you're in it for 230 and sold it for 320. That's a $90,000 spread.
Right.
I can't tell you what to do, but this would be something that if you could master organize it, you could make some money on it.
Right.
So it's probably one of the best deals I've seen you present thus far.
Yeah, I definitely liked that one. That Shepherd's Lane that I submitted, that was a great one, but somebody ended up offering 314.9 on it and outbid me.
What did we offer?
300.
Okay, so that's not bad. That means we're in the right ballpark. If they took it for 314, they might have taken it at 305 or 310, and we were right there moving into that squeeze. Somebody just came in a little bit higher, quicker. All right, 2958 Semis Street. We already talked about that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, because you sent them 2 and 3 times. 314, yeah. Somebody put it off at 314.9. Yep. Okay.
And then the other ones that I had.
Hold on. So on 523 North Oakley. I think we're mixing these up because on the deal sheet of 523 North Oakley, your response was someone put in an offer at 314,900.
Yeah, I was wrong. That was the
Okay.
Shepherd's Lane.
I'm like, they're only asking 162. Why would somebody offer them 314? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the fault.
That was a cross up, and that's Oakley. Okay, Colebrook was in Dallas. We not gonna let you do that one. Shepherd's Lane. Okay, good deal.
Urbana Street was in Fort Worth.
Yeah, right. And then
That
Baywood. Go ahead.
that-
I'm sorry.
That Colebrook was a good deal, but because I don't have anybody in Dallas, it wasn't
Right.
gonna.
Yeah, and the only way that's going to work is if I manage it, and I can't do that, unfortunately.
Right.
And then Baywood was a reject right across the board.
Right.
Okay. All right. Is there any that we're missing with you, Renee? That's all I got in the system on my side.
I don't think so because everything else I had was at a distance from me. So I am scrapping the plate and restarting from scratch
Okay.
and looking in those
Those
zip
new
codes that we discussed.
Perfect.
Hey,
All right.
Renee, we could still try to pursue that one in Columbus. And I could go over and stay with Janice and Paul.
Sandra is
And
retired. She could be good boots on the ground for you.
Yeah.
I could go to Columbus, and Paul can probably recommend some contractors and things like that.
Here's what I would do if I was in y'all's shoes. I would be negotiating the contract. And if you get it, you remember we go 90 miles an hour until we get it under contract, and then we slow way down. We put in a 10-day option period. We put up $100 for that option period. And then over the next 10 days, we figure it out. And we have 9 days to decide whether we're going to do this deal or not. We either pull the trigger or we walk away. But we have nothing to lose and get really, really educated. So I would continue pursuing that. Like you're doing, get them to bite, get it locked down, and then figure out, is there a plan here that can be executed?
Okay.
For
And
$90,000, that's a lot of money to walk away from.
yeah, figure out the actual rehab on that one.
Figure out the actual rehab, figure out who you can trust that you can put in play that's not going to disrupt family reunions.
Right. Well, I will call the guy back because I told him last night that I was going to have to pass on it due to distance, but I can always call him back.
Okay. All right. Make sure that if we move forward on this, whoever, and if Sandra's there for like the beginning, get things rolling, and then just needs to go back every weekend or every other weekend, just to kind of hang and FaceTime for me, then that works. But just make sure that whoever we put boots on the ground understands their livelihood is at stake, because if they screw this up, they're not invited to family reunions or Christmases or birthday parties anymore.
Right.
I don't know who they are, but that's the leverage I would be using if it was in my family. So
Well, I think Paul knows just about everybody in Columbus.
that's great. That is
Yeah.
great.
So I think he would be a good source for referrals, recommendations.
Okay, so that's my advice on that.
But we need it to be at 135, correct?
135. I think we could go up to 150. Yeah, 150 is our max. Do not offer 150. If you buy this for 150, I'm gonna be upset. But you can go up to 150 with a $50,000 max rehab. You're in it for 200, and then we've got carrying costs of 25 to 30,000 over 6 months, and so you're going to be, and we sell it for 310. That gives you a good $70,000-$80,000 profit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
All
Renee,
right.
call that guy back.
All right. Looks like Brandon's throwing shingles again on me. I know we won't be able to talk to you about his deals until he gets his computer, so we'll go over that. Anybody have any questions on anything? Go ahead.
Yeah. So I just heard that you provide proof of funds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, so something we really need to clarify, and I'm glad Brandon's finally said his Heine down. And he's already been through this with me, so it's no big deal. But and Randy and I are going to work on a next step sheet that says, you've been onboarded, you're out making your calls, you're out submitting offers. Here's the next steps. When you get a property, your first step is to have it represented by a realtor, number one. But number two, I need to see the contract before it's ever submitted. Okay. So before you submit a contract, a promulgated real estate contract, your realtor, because here's the deal. Now, like with Sandra, Renee, Brandon, all your contracts are going to go under Global Integrity Investments, LLC. So we are the buyer. You're a partner on those. Latate, you and I talked about it. I can be a partner on yours and we can submit them under your LLC because you've got history and all that. So we need to make sure that the realtor understands who the buyer is, and it's me and you all buying this property. Mm-hmm. So I need to see the contract. And in that contract, we want $100 option fee and a 10-day option period with a $3,000 to $5,000 earnest money. And then we want a 30-day closing. Now, we would also tell them that we're looking at paying cash for these, meaning there's no bank approvals needed, none of that stuff. I'm the bank. I'm providing funds. And so those are the things that need to be understood. You send me the contract, I review it, and then most of the time I'll say, yeah, we're good to go. And then they'll send it to me, DocuSign, and we'll sign it, and then they submit it. What you got, Renee?
So let me understand what you're meaning by the $100 option hold and then 3,000 to 5,000 earnest money. I understand what earnest money is, but why are we doing $100 option hold?
An option fee. So the option period is 10 days for you to be able to investigate and validate all the numbers. And inside that 10 days, if we find out we don't like the property anymore and the numbers don't work, we can cancel the contract and get 100% of our earnest money back. Without the option fee, you either close on the property or you forfeit the earnest money.
Okay.
So this allows us, this is why I tell you guys, submit. You need to be making 3 to 5 offers a day because we got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And the minute they say, I accept that offer, then you then go to contract. And in that contract says, I now want 10 days of due diligence, and I'm willing to pay you $100 for me to do that due diligence. And if I like the property, then that option period will expire and we now move toward closing. And they get to keep the earnest money. If for any reason, after the 10 days, we decide to walk, we lose that earnest money. We've had the seller take that property off the market. No other buyers can contract it. And so if we then decide not to buy it, they get our earnest money. So we've got skin in the game to lose if we don't perform. And they've taken good faith to take it off the market and not accept any other contracts while we have it under contract. So there's that give and take situation. That option period is our ability to only lose $100 versus lose 3,000 to 5,000 or 200 to 300,000. Meaning it's a bad deal and now we're stuck with a property we don't like. So it's a small investment for a great reward.
Hey, can you use me as an example in that, Toby? Because mine just went, like, she texted me the other day and said something about him trying to keep that earnest money. So I was kind of curious about that.
Sure. So we are in a legal argument on the Anna property. So we contracted on Friday the 26th, and they said in the contract we had 3 days to get the option money and earnest money to title. So you got Saturday, Sunday, Monday by calendar days, but Sunday's a non-banking day, so legally it doesn't count. So Tuesday would be your third day. We got wired instructions from the title company on Tuesday. We wired option money and earnest money on Tuesday. We then canceled the contract 7 days later because there's just going to be $100,000 worth of work and I don't want to do it. And so we canceled the contract, and the seller's agent is a pompous individual who said, nope, we're not giving you earnest money back because you didn't turn in option fee money in a timely manner. And legally we did, but he's making a stink that we didn't. So now it's in with the title company's attorney basically the title company attorney said, we'll let you guys go to court over it. We'll just hold it. You guys fight it out.
So basically they like, I don't know, they're just being buttholes right now.
That's correct. That's correct.
Nothing, nobody did anything wrong. It's just them trying to get over on somebody.
That's correct. That is
Okay.
absolutely 100%. And it happens all the time.
Well,
Yeah,
if Sunday is a non-banking day, which it is, that real estate agent should know that.
You're correct. And title companies don't want to get in the middle of these pissing matches. So, but there'll come a point in time where they'll have to, because I'm going to give them another 24 hours. And then I'm going to send over a legal demand letter from an attorney, putting the title company on notice that they must execute according to the law. So and what I need to make sure is that, because it's open to interpretation, and this is what happens with promulgated contracts. You're open to interpretation. It doesn't say 3 business days. It doesn't say 3 banking days. It says 3 days. But the common knowledge, the common theme is that a holiday or Sundays are non-banking days, so those days don't count, and they're respected by the industry. And
That's right. I just studied that in my real estate course.
And what did the real estate course tell you?
That they don't consider a Sunday because it's a non-banking day.
Correct. And this is the correct law. Been doing this for 30 years. But you have an agent who is squabbling over 12 hours. We had to have it in by Monday at 5 p.m. We got it in Tuesday by 11. We're 12-hour difference.
Is her name Karen?
Oh, yeah, his name is Karen. That is
his
correct.
name. Okay.
Yeah. So I got up at 4 o'clock this morning and gave him bad reviews on every portal I could find. And he has no reviews. He has 1 review on everything, and it's me, and it's a 1-star review across the board. So, because it's unprofessional, it's unethical. We did nothing wrong. We exercise according to the law, and he's being a butt because, you were supposed to have it here by Monday night. Not really, not technically. We got it there Tuesday morning, and we got it the minute title sent us wiring instructions. Wasn't like they sent us wiring instructions on Friday and we didn't send it till Tuesday. We had asked for it. They sent it over Tuesday morning. We wired the funds. So these things are argumentative and stupid, but we run into them a lot. So part of the doing business. It just really is. All right. Any other questions on anything?
Yeah, I got 2 more for you. Properties that are going to auction, do we pursue those? Because sometimes you have like low bids, right? And if you can get it at a decent price, you probably got a deal there. So what is your take on going after those on?
Some auctions we love, some auctions we don't, because here's the deal. Let's say you're going to a foreclosure auction or a sheriff's sale auction. You have to have cash on hand at the time of auction, whether it be just enough to secure it or to pay it off. A lot of times they give you 24 hours. So here's my fear and anxiety. On auctions, most of the time, those properties are occupied prior to the auction, number 1. So you can't get in, you can't walk, and you can't see all the damage. Number 2, when you buy that at auction, you've got a tenant, a homeowner in that house that you've got to evict out, and then hope that during that eviction process, which is court proceeding and a sheriff removal, they don't do damage to the house. So, and then you got to start the process. If it happens to be a property that is vacant and through a traditional auction where we can walk the property, I'm all for them.
Okay.
But if it's a blind auction, because I don't know the area and I don't know you well enough, I don't know that I would greenlight that yet.
Okay.
I quit doing auctions here in Texas. They're just too tough.
Gotcha.
Even though the eviction and the removal rate is the easiest nationwide, what happens is the homeowner is in denial. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry has come to him and said, "Hey, I'll stop the foreclosure if you'll take money for keys, dollar for keys." And most homeowners, nope, they're not going to happen. And then it happens, and now they're mad at the world because now their home, not just their house, but their home is being taken away from them. And so then they get into this destructive. We've had concrete poured down toilets. We've had various things happen. Of course, rip out all the electrical wiring, take the condenser, the air compressor condensers, just damage. All kinds of stuff put up in the attic, dead fish, all that. I mean, they get vindictive because they're losing their home. And so you now got to go in and hope that you find all the rats in the walls and get it out before you close everything up. And then you go to show the house and it smells like a dead cow died in there.
Gotcha. And my last question for you, you made it sound like family deals or network, right? So in order to spread the net, like I have a brother that does he basically like repairs houses. So I'm just wondering if you have like a good person, boots on the ground to manage, the rehab in a different state, area, whatever, is that feasible?
Yes, absolutely. If you've got a partner, and this is the only way I would do it, Tate, is if you've got a family member that's in another area that would be good boots on the ground, he or she, they need to become a partner so they have a vested interest in the success, not just an employee. An employee doesn't care whether you win or lose. Realtors don't care whether you win or lose. Wholesalers don't care whether you win or lose. All they care about are their commissions. Contractors don't care whether you win or lose. They care about getting paid. You bring somebody in as your eyes and ears, boots on the ground. They need to be a partner, have skin in the game so that they ensure success and profitability.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Sandra, any questions?
No, sir.
Renee?
I just messaged Brian about the house in Columbus and asked him if they are going to accept my offer of the 135 and what were the repairs that were needed, because I didn't feel like the 35K was enough, that I'm thinking more around 50, and he is going to contact the seller and then we're going to speak as soon as he gets an answer.
Okay. Hey, Taylor, is Chandler there or is he at the station today?
He's here.
Did you get any more information on that deal you sent me, Chan?
No, I sent you the packet that they sent me over. It's really just pictures and
right.
But
we didn't. So I think I'd asked you about the scope of work. Did they have any kind of estimate on the scope of work, and you were going to find out?
They didn't have a scope of an estimate. They said that all majors were new, brand new roof, brand new HVAC. There's two other things. Pretty much everything is just cosmetic. Let me pull up the email they sent.
The HVAC looked good. It looks like we need new flooring. Need to get new countertops.
Bathrooms.
And this one is in Flower Mound. Okay.
Flower Mound, yeah. There's been 4 houses sold in the last little bit, 4 or 5, and they all had less than 10 days on the market.
Okay.
So they're selling quick over there.
Now, is this the same guy that did Dundee?
Nope, I have no idea who this is.
Oh,
Just
okay.
it popped up on my stuff.
Okay. Now, what
Um,
about the foundation? So on one of those pictures, they show some foundation settling. But I see the damage on the outside, but I don't see any on the inside.
Yeah, I don't. Which picture do you see the damage on the exterior?
It'll be, I think it's second to the last or the last. Let me look.
Okay.
Second to the last picture.
Okay.
It's not numbered. It's 9145.
Okay.
But they filled it with some caulking, and it may just be that corner crack. A lot of times that'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it looked. Yeah, because you can kind of see a little bit of that foundation.
Yeah, chipped away. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't list anything about foundation. That would,
Okay.
based off what I see, that would be the only worry is how the foundation is.
Yeah.
But it's a wholesaler, so there's probably going to be very little room for negotiation,
Okay.
unfortunately.
I'll work on this one a little more today.
I'm trying to see where it said, okay, this property is well maintained. Most major items are already updated. He put somewhere what had all been updated. I'm trying to find it. But I'm looking at about conservatively probably 230 to 240 a square foot ARV. We've had 2 houses sold within the last 90 days in that neighborhood for one was 259 and one was 265 a square foot. So
let's see here. And you're saying, what did you say the ARV was?
let me do the math.
So I'm looking at about
On the
420.
very low end, you're looking at about 440.
Yeah.
But you've had
Okay.
2 houses on that street in the last 90 days sell for on an average of 260 a square foot, which it puts you at 490.
Okay.
So
You think so? 60,000.
I mean, you literally there were 2 houses that sold for right at 230 a square foot, and then 2 houses that sold for right at 260 a square foot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think conservatively 420, 430, real easy.
Yeah, it could be.
And then 50 to 60,000 in rehab. Carrying costs kill us. But now I have a realtor that I can use that doesn't need a commission, so that'll help. All right.
Well, that's cool. You found somebody that doesn't want a commission.
I didn't say he doesn't want one. I said he doesn't get one. There's a big difference on what he wants versus what he gets.
A poor soul. I'd never do that.
I'm sure you wouldn't. We'll talk offline though, buddy.
Okay.
All right. All right, Mr. Booth, you got anything? Look like he's still throwing bricks. All right. You got anything, Brandon? You're on mute. You're good. All right. All right, guys. We need lots of activity. Rick, what you got, buddy?
Did you see my message in the chat?
I did not. I apologize, my friend. I told you about Thursday. Okay, perfect. Perfect. And I think they get here about 11:30, so that'll work out perfect. We'll do a FaceTime. Now that's 11:30 Central Standard. So that'll be perfect for you. Okay?
Just let me know.
Yep. You're on top of my list. Okay. Also, if you guys want to buy any properties in Ontario, Canada, Rick's got like 4 listings. I won't help you on those. I won't support you on those. I will not partner with you on those because that is across the border. You're on your own. Now, Rick can jump in and be your partner all he wants, but I ain't doing it. Okay. All right, guys. Get back after your classwork. None of y'all doing your homework. None of you doing your lessons. None of you making me happy. Keep submitting the deals. Activity, activity, activity. It ensures success. I guarantee that. Okay, guys? Have a great one.
You too. Bye.